Hopefully somebody will follow. It's interesting when you look at what's happened in developed countries. As countries industrialize, develop, inevitably, agriculture contributes less and less to gross domestic product. Number of farmers also declines. Okay? And we find that countries like the Netherlands, for example, where I used to live, they have purposeful policies to designate land use. Okay? And farming is not just to produce food. There are very strong arguments to keep farms as part of the landscape. There are aesthetic reasons, there are ethical reasons, recreation reasons. Now, certainly in Singapore, I think we're starting to see the beginning of agritainment, as we all know, in the Kranji area. So what I really want to ask you is, how do we make the arguments, to whoever is in charge of planning, to look, there's a multiple purpose for farming, which we need to recognize in Singapore, apart from losing our heritage. Yeah? There's some very strong arguments as to why we need to keep farms in Singapore. So, I'll let you...
I agree with you that other than the production aspects, there's also social aspects, right? I think most of us have an affinity to the soil, to production of food, production of agricultural products, flowers, trees, fruits. And our children are very interested in this. And I did mention to you the KCA, the Kranji Countryside Association, an association of 35 farmers with diverse farming activities. And they have managed over the last few years to create an interest in the Kranji area. And in fact, they were very gratified that our authorities have given them the brown sign to say that Kranji Park is actually a park. Yeah? And within the parks, you have different types of farms for the children to visit, for visitors to visit, and also there are international visitors to come and see us, right? Recently, we were planning for the Commonwealth Royal Agriculture Show conference in November. And when we brought the British agriculture people to Singapore, and we showed them our farms, and they were fascinated, right? And that is why they chose Singapore to be the venue for this conference in November. It should be an interesting conference where people will share about farming. So I would say that farms are not just for producing goods. Farms are for visitors also. It serves a dual purpose. I bring my grandchildren to Western Australia just to visit farms, right? Of course, I visit our own farms here too, but looking at different types of farming systems. And I can tell you that my grandchildren really enjoy such trips, and they look forward to it, right? So we should retain some of our farms which may not be in the mainstream, what we understand is mainstream farming. We have organic farms which produces not much vegetables, but organic vegetables, right? And there are people interested in this. They will go to organic farms to buy organic vegetables.